Am I live? Please tell me I'm live. Hopefully I am. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, there we go. Right, there we go. Fuck me. That was emotional. I probably should have decided a little while ago. But hey. Uh, Managed to get in on time. Just. Right. My music is loud as shit in my ear. Right. Uh, can do comes if we can get an invite. Don't ask me at 1958, you pleb. Hi Lani, hi Rage, hi Mark, I assume that's Mark Markram, and hi Cold Steel. So guys, I am... Hi Wiggy. I'm going to go for a quick piss because I've literally decided to do this 2 seconds before the race. So yeah, just bear with me, I'll be back in a second and then I'll get covering stuff. Nobody go out in the first minute, alright? I'm watching. Right, I am back. Mannequin comes, rare sight. Yeah, hi Zolt. Hi Jumbo, legendary Pokemon. If I was a legendary Pokemon, I would be Giratina because I am depressed as fuck. Right, if you know, you know. Right, okay, so there's a lot of names I don't expect to be in DTS, so I'm going to kind of have to figure out who's racing for who. Let's have a look-see at who's racing for who. My apologies for my lack of preparation, guys. So... These reserves are so hard to get. Yeah, Verstappen reserves are harder to get. Actually, TPs that are here, what's your thoughts? So you know we've got these Thursdays hindrances that are working quite well. What's your thoughts on having hindrances for reserves? So you could have like a G5 driver replace a G6 one, but they'd have to use like a G2 reserve from Thursdays? Like extra fuel or something? I don't know if that's a good idea, it was just something that came to mind earlier. So, but I'm open to these discussions as always. So, let's have a look at teams. So, first 2 rounds, Bab won. Good idea if it gets drivers in. Yeah. Illy said. I'm interested what the TPs think of that though. Because if there's even one TP that think it's a terrible idea, then it's probably a good plan. So, right, so let's have a look. So so obviously Bab won both races. He's now moved up to Hamilton, for those that aren't aware. He was too dominant, way too quick on this game. So he is now in Hamilton. He's now swapped with the TP driver Wiggy. So P1 in the championship technically is Magnatex driving for his own team, Murdergram GP. I do quite like Mag's car, by the way. It looks good on track. It didn't look as good in the pictures, I don't think, but on track it looks very good. So Magnatex P1, Markram P2, Cold Steel P3. So Vanterblade, very strong start to the season. Good to see Cold Steel in DTS. Testing it isn't thorough enough, so could result in unexpected unfair advantages. Very true, Zolt. Very true. But if TPs are whinging and crying that they can't get drivers every week as reserves, it's just an idea. I guess we'll see how it is. So Mag starting his lap. We'll go on board with him. So battery management is absolutely key in Silverstone. In my opinion, it is the hardest track on the entire calendar for battery. So it's very critical where you use it, and you're using it in the right places, or you're not going to get pole position. And switch to that track map, please. Yeah, sure. Rooting for Murdergram, says Muzzle. Why are you rooting for Murdergram? Are you in there? Are you in their Hamilton team, Muzzle, or are you just... Why are you rooting for them? Okay, so, yeah, as we come down into Cops here, you'll see Mag is about 48% battery, but it's so hard to regen from this part of the track. So he's got to do either massive lifting and coasting through Magnus and Beckett, which he's not doing, or he's going to run out of battery on the straight, or he won't be able to use battery all the way down the straight. You'll see here his battery's going, and gone. So it's very hard to manage around here. I just reserved for the Hamilton team last week. Scrolled the other teams with mine, says Zolt. Nice. A 28.3 from Diablo. I think that'll be very competitive. Gandalf, the qualifying ninja, is back with a 28.0. And Mag, only a 29.1. I think that might have been the battery usage there, wasn't quite stellar. Let's get on board with Pintita for his last few corners. He's struggled to start this season, I think is fair to say. Not quite taken to the 26 game like the 25. Hopefully he can get that back on track today. And that's a decent qualifying first run to do that. P4 for the Prestige Racing team. Cold Steel with a 28.1 puts himself second. Who else is going to be... So Royal Rumble is reserving today. I believe he's reserving for Kinetic. Correct me if I'm wrong. So he's come in a little bit late. Let's see how he gets on. I would expect him to be towards the back of this pack, just due to the pricing and who he's covering. So I think he'd probably be expecting to do a low to mid 29 here, unless he is a little bit narrow on the exit though. Ooh, not a stellar lap from him, a 30.9. Oh, that was invalidated. Okay. Who else is on a lap? Who's that's just gone up there? So we've got Wiggy's done a 28.8, 8 tenths off pole right now. So Matt here, Matt's actually been quite impressive to start the season. He's not always somebody that qualifies incredibly well, but in this division he should be there or thereabouts. As you can see, also having absolutely no battery in Sector 3. Some might say that's the meta, to be fair though. So he needs a 28 really to be competitive here, and it looks like it's going to be a 29. 28.9 from Matt. 7 and 8 for the ProGen team so far. So it's looking like another strong outage from Vanterblade so far. Lani with the Murdergram P5, also looking pretty good. I'm just going to grab the other race up, guys, whilst we do this, so that I can keep you guys up to date with what's going on. So Perm with an 130.5, that's not overly competitive from him. Basson, known for his superb qualifying on his first lap. As I say, this track's more about battery management than it is about your superb qualifying performance, so he might do well. Let's see. So he's 105.2 through the second sector. Not quite the lap he's probably hoping for. He needs to nail the third sector here. Can you make the lower the car sound a bit? I already have, but I'll do it again, no problem. Just going to finish Basson's lap. So he's going to be at 29. Yeah, 29.3, that's P13. Okay, car sound. Player car, other cars. Let's put it on 3, see if that's good enough for people. Surely you can't hear them at all now. Surely the car's like mega quiet now, no? Can someone give me feedback on that, please? Is it now okay? They sound really quiet to me. Okay, cool. Maybe it's just my headset. Weird. So, Hamilton has only just got started, guys, if you're wondering. So, I'll keep you up to date with how they're getting on as we progress as well. So, based off the first runs, Craig has fully run out of battery super early on the straight here. Definitely not optimal battery usage from Craig. He is suffering a bit here. I feel like this might be a P17 and P18 for Kinetic in qualifying here. It's quiet, but I'd rather listen to you. I'll turn it up. I'll turn it up one more notch. Yeah. Oh no, 16 and 17. Okay. Where are we? Let's see if 4's better. 4 might be our happy medium. So, Markram, I missed that. Did a 28.2. Known for his good qualifying pace. What team is Markram? Have a look. I actually don't know. Markram Williams. Yeah, he is. Markram's Williams BMW. Okay. So, anybody on a lap? So, Gandalf on a lap. The guy, current pole sitter, about 10th down in the first sector. But he might just be saving a bit more battery. The People's Racing Team. So he's replacing JM today. So, one of the top drivers in the division. So, a lot of pressure on Gandalf today. Someone that is more known for his qualifying than race pace. Has not saved much battery for the third sector here. Gone very aggressive on the battery through 1 and 2. Is he up? Yeah, he's up by half a tenth. But how much did he use last time? That's the question. Cold Steel, the first man into the 27s. 27.957. Cold Steel, I think a lot quicker on this game, honestly. Gandalf does not improve. Who's going to be next over the line? It looks like Diablo is up by about a tenth, so that might put him into P3, unless he finds some time in the final few corners. .1, yeah, P3 for Diablo there. Who else is on the lap? Pintita up by 2/10, coming out of Beckett there. Is he going to gain enough time in Sector 3 here to put himself potentially 3rd or 4th? Always a little bit scruffy on the exit there, but right on the limit of grip. He's done enough to put himself P2. What a great final sector from Pintita. The revival is on from the Swedish lad. We'll go on board with Markram. Another one that could be competing for pole today. I would expect him to be a little bit quicker than he was in his first run. So let's see if he's up here. Yeah, 10th and a half up in Sector 1. That's a very good trend. Rattigan puts himself up to P7. Much more solid lap from him, the 1 million driver. That's not a 1 million. It's a scam. So in Hamilton so far we have a 27.8. Ironically, Bab is currently on pole with a 27.8. But not many of the big boys have done laps yet, so give them time. So Markram has unfortunately invalidated that through Magnus and Beckett's, so he is not going to improve. Who else is on a lap? Matt's on a lap, it looks like, or has he just finished his lap? If he's on a lap, he used a lot of battery there. Surely he's not on a lap here. No, he's debated that. Rob Williams, 9/10 up. Oh my lord! If he can hook this up, final few corners, he's going to fly up the order. Looks to have lost a lot of time in that final sector there. Only P14, but still a considerable improvement. Now only a few tenths off the midfield. Diablo going for it again. He is a 10th up into Cops corner. Your stream's a bit far behind if Bab's on pole for you. Oh yeah, it is. Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't put it on live. Higgins on pole. What the fuck? But Bab's P4. He was definitely right to go to Hamilton. Holy shit. And Diablo has messed up and lost his head and started spinning. Anybody on a lap? Nobody's on a lap, right? We'll do a lap with the current pole position sitter, Cold Steel. So it looks like Pigeon, Plavonch, Lemons, Bab, Carl. Carl's up there. That's potentially a little bit of a surprise there. Oh, are they beautifully synced? Right, so pole is really going on to these final runs, and Cold Steel's going very early here on the final run. It looks like it's between 5 people in 5 different teams, which is what we love to see. Vanterblade, Prestige, People's Racing Team, Jaguar Nvidia, and Williams BMW. Or somebody could pull it out of nowhere. We go on board with Cold Steel for his final run. So, nice tight angle through turn 1 and 2 is what you want to do. You want to get all the way over to the left before 3. Nice tight line. Reminder for those that aren't aware, Cold Steel is actually one of the only drivers in the league on cockpit cam. Very solid exit out of 4 there. He's looking good. He's looking good. And he's a 10th down. Maybe just used a bit less battery this time round. I think he shifted down one too many gears there into turn 7. Now, what is the ERS strategy out of Cops? Very aggressive steering into Cops there. He's gone for none, it looks like, into here. So, has he got enough battery? A little lift out of the final corner of Beckett's, and I forget that name of that corner. And he's bailed out of it. Cold Steel is bailed out of it. my stream gone down? Or is my laptop just playing silly with us? No, laptop's just playing silly with us. Okay. Who do we go on board for then? Who do I think is going to be on pole? Well, Lani's... Is Lani on the lap? No, he's not. Who's going to be first on the lap then out of the top guys? Looks like Gandalf. Okay, we'll go on board with Gandalf. So it's going to be Gandalf, followed by... It's going to be quite a gap after Gandalf. Okay, we'll go with Gandalf. So, used quite a lot of battery again out of turn 1, 2. A bit more aggressive on the rotation under braking into 3 and 4 there. You can see why he's good at qualifying. He really nails the apexes. Which I guess maybe his driving style doesn't translate too well into racing. But very wheel flicky approach into 6. A little bit wider at 7, but that can be the natural line for some people. Drifts wide out of 7 into 8. Let's see how he takes cops. He needs a nice clean entry here. And it is pretty clean. Cold Steel does not go again, so 27.957 is the time to beat. Is anybody going to take that? A little bit rough through Magnussen Beckers here from Gandalf, but it looks an okay lap overall. Is he up or is he down? He's 0.3 up, but I think he's messed up the battery. He's got absolutely nothing left for the straight here. Is that 0.3 buffer he's built himself through a sector 1 and 2 going to be enough? Let's find out. I think it depends how much he used on his previous laps, but I'd imagine he is still up now. That was a bit of a scruffy final few corners. Is it going to be enough for pole? It is a 27.7. Who's next over the line? It's Pintita, who is also 0.2 up. This could be an epic battle to the finish here. Pintita has a chance to take pole position from Gandalf here. He just needs a very smooth final few corners. 16 and 17 are so critical here. Can he get them right? It's pretty good. It looks pretty handy. Magnatex goes up to P3, but Pintita with a 27.817 doesn't quite do it. Diablo next over the line. Is he going to have enough for pole? No, stays P5. Markram caught somebody up over the line there and has crashed emphatically. He's not going to be happy with that. Mate, this track is so shit now. Wiggy, only P13. If you don't know what to do with the battery here, Wiggy, you are in trouble, good sir. And that has been proved there. So, a P5 and P7 for Jaguar and Nvidia. The 1 million driver finishing 7th in qualifying. Once again proving he is no longer a 1 mil. We've got P1 for Gandalf with a PRT. And P15 for their other driver. P2 for Pintita. A nice redemption arc for him potentially. Cold Steel P3. Mag P4. Markram P6. Looked to have more in the tank final lap, but caught up to someone. Matt P8, Jumbo John P9, Lani P10, Hilly P11, and I've run out of time. I ran on an overtake. That is a terrible idea. Wiggy, terrible idea. You don't want to be doing that. Gandalf needs moving to Hamilton. No, he doesn't. Gandalf is known very much for his qualifying pace, so if he stays P1, let's see. Oh, I completely missed the end of the other qualifying. So Plavanch on pole, Pigeon, Lemons, Carl. Bab P6 on debut. Hassan and that dude Jack back row. That's unexpected. Jay Tyler down the field again. God, his motivation's gone in the bin, hasn't it? Interesting. He's reserving for me, says Salt. Who is? Who's reserving for you? I missed that. Oh, Partick, P5. Yeah. Oh, no, Gandalf is as well, yeah. Gandalf and Partick are reserving for you, aren't they? Partick P5 in quali. That's pretty respectful. I think those that really struggled, that were like the lower G1 drivers to start the season, like Partick and Pork, have really got their stuff together now. So, are you ever coming home, by the way, Zolt? I feel like you've just moved and haven't told us now. Just never coming back, permanently on holiday. I know you did tell me. I'm only joking. Do you know when you're going to be back yet? Planning to. Is that we'll see how it goes. Oh my god. Zolt, you do not want to see that. Zolt, you do not want to see that. What is your driver on pole doing? Soft tyres on Silverstone. One of the highest deg tracks on the calendar, and he's gone softs. Gandalf was like, nah, I just want to keep my qualifying elo high. To be fair, I didn't give him strats. Well, this is going to be interesting. He's going to be quick to start with, and then surely fall off. Let me have a quick look, because I do have the information on this. How are the tyres in terms of softs? How long have they lasted? SKG setups and strats. Give us all the information. Go use code Pete. No, I'm joking. Right, so ideal tyre life, Silverstone softs, 4 laps. They last for 11 apparently before they pop, and 3 laps until the crossover. Okay. They don't give us strats. Yeah, they do. I'm looking at it. I'm literally looking at it. Are you going mad? I'll send you the link. You definitely have access to the strategies. Hang on. I've just sent you a link on Discord. Can you see that? You should be able to, I think. Did you just have it hidden or something? God's sake, Salt. You pleb. Yeah, you need to sort that out. Right, okay. Well, I'm glad I've helped anyway. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are go. Gandalf gets away well, as you'd sort of expect on the soft tyre. Are we going to have a clean turn 1? We rarely do at Silverstone. Note, wing damage for Diablo immediately, as he is off the track, rear-ended someone quite aggressively. And let's see how quickly we get through turns 3 and 4. So Diablo to the back. I think he was the only person in an incident there, but Cold Steel has a wiggle, and he's absolutely swallowed by 3, maybe 4 cars down the Wellington Straight. Not the best start for him, as he really looks to be struggling in race trim initially to get going. So Gandalf leads, taking quite a monumental lead here. As we go on board with Wiggy, who I think is out of position here and should be looking to make some overtakes, but as people are too wide in cops, can he manage the battery effectively and get through this less experienced group? As they're nearly too wide into Magus and Beckett's, there's slight contact between Wiggy and Hilly, but no harm done. Cars are all a bit messy and all over the place now. As I say, battery management is key, and whoever can manage that battery well is going to make the places in this race. We're too wide into Stowe in front between Rage and Royal Rumble there. Nothing doing. So is Royal Rumble going to look for a late move? He's already on 0% battery. The management not going well, and that is going to hurt him if he doesn't improve that as the race goes on. Cold Steel, again, slow starting. As Rattigan looks to have completely fell off the front pack immediately. Maybe struggling with the management a little bit more. It hasn't got overtake. But critically, Gandalf hasn't escaped on those soft tyres, which means Pintita and Mag are going to have the advantage as the round goes on, if they can keep up these first 3 laps. So, who are the bigger winners and losers on lap 1? So, Rattigan up 3, Matt up 3, Cold Steel down 4, Hatham up 4, as Diablo's obviously in the pit lane. So, a couple of ups and downs, but nothing too crazy apart from Diablo, who obviously got wing damage early on. As Cold Steel looks to have a problem here. What's happened to Cold Steel? Has he had some sort of hardware disconnect? What is this? What's going on? His car's just limp. Is he going again? What an absolute disaster that is for Vanterblade. I have no idea what's going on, but it looks like he's back in control now, as Pintita's taken the lead off Gandalf into 16-17. Well, I was missing that. Those soft tyres already starting to fall off. Rattigan maybe could use this to get back in overtake, but he's dumped a lot of his battery. Gandalf's slowing down already. It looks like advantage Pin and Mag right now, as Gandalf's dead. What the hell just happened? There didn't even look to be a car near him. What happened? Gandalf don't got this, it would appear. I don't know what happened, but he is out. Gandalf is out, and we have what I assume is a VSC, because I can't see the safety car. Gandalf, if you're around, let me know what happened. Does Gandalf stream? I'm not sure. I totally missed that. I just didn't expect anything to happen because he wasn't near anyone. I don't think Magnatex or anyone has damage that was near him, no, so... unusual. I mean, putting himself on the softs was definitely a terrible move, but I wouldn't have expected that to happen. Oh, he does stream. Okay, let me try and find it. Oh no, he doesn't stream, he just has videos on. Check DM, says Zolt. Is that Gandalf? I assume he's had some sort of hardware failure then. Jeez. Ah, hardware failure for Gandalf. Oh, that's unfortunate. That sucks. Okay, thanks for letting us know, Zol. As we're back away racing again, and Mag is all over the back of Pintita. It looks like these two are going to be battling for the lead here. As we've got another yellow flag, someone's round. It's Hatham and Rob Williams. It looks like contact between these two potentially, as they're now ghosted. This could be looked at as abusing ghosting. That looks a bit dodgy. People's Racing Team TP. If Rob's not disconnected, or is he? Is he AI? He looks like he's ghosted. Okay, I don't know what happened to him. So, as you would sort of expect in Hamilton, we have Lemon's leading from Plev. So, Mag all over the back of it. Rattigan has dropped off by 1.3 seconds this lap. Oh my god, he's holding everyone up horribly. Oh, there is an absolute train track of cars behind Rattigan here. Are we going to see some stout defending as the Rattigan train continues? Can you re-invite him? If we're friends, I can. Let me check. I don't think we're friends, though. If he adds me, then I can. Yeah, tell him to add me, mate. Okay, so... Yeah, oh, and Rage is bored awaiting. Rattigan is seconds a lap slower. What's happened? Has he got damage? He was incredibly quick in qualifying. He's just dropped off, and this is causing absolute bedlam behind, as cars are everywhere, just scrambling for position, trying to get past him. And Rage has got past him through cops there. But Rage now 0% battery for the straight, which is just not going to end well for him. I wouldn't be surprised if Rattigan takes the position back here, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's carnage, because he has absolutely zero. As we look in the rear mirror, 1, 2, is a third going to get him? And that is why you manage your battery, ladies and gentlemen. He has been absolutely swarmed on the straight. And now Rattigan, the train driver, is back ahead, and we look behind to the bedlam behind him. As Markram and Jumbo John jockey for position. Jay Tyler has retired in, it looks like, the pits. What a huge shock. Oh no, he's just DNF'd. Okay, Jay Tyler's dead, so... he does stream, so... Mag and Pentita continue to battle away. Just finding out what happened to JT quickly. Oh, he just lost it. Just completely lost it. Out of the final corner, went over the curb. So, as John the train driver continues to lead this Chug train, we've got Mag and Pentita fighting for P1, and they are pulling away lap on lap on lap, but Rage on the hard tyres is looking racy. Those hard tyres will now be as quick, if not quicker, than the mediums, and he's looking fast today, Rage. Rage seems to be one of those drivers that just makes no sense. Some days, ridiculously quick and right at the front of this pack, and other days, nowhere. Oh, and there he is. He's the commentator's curse. I said he was quick, and he's nearly lost it there. Billy thinks better about the move. Everyone's on 0% battery. The battery management in this division is not stellar today. So there is a safety car in Hamilton due to Jay Tyler's death, and everyone has boxed apart from Fab on the hards. That is going to be fun. We'll keep us updated. So it looks like Markham's trying to get Basson here. Is he going to get the move done into Luffield? Apologies if I'm naming the corners wrong. I don't know. Did you get a request? No, he didn't do it on purpose. He just lost it on the big sausage curb. We've got a yellow flag. I can certainly try and invite him. Hang on. I didn't see the request come up. Has he added me on PS or on EA? Oh, Cold Steel's retired. Is that a safety car? Yep, full safety car. Ooh, interesting. And Pentita gets 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flags and overtaking Magnitex. Oh, that's... Pentita's woes continue. Told him to add you no response. Yeah, well, you can see, mate, I'm under a safety car now, so I can check it, but I don't see it. Now's a great time to come back in if he does want to. But I haven't got an invite just yet. So we've got Bab, Dark Stomper, Milan, Hassan, and Scouse. As Jumbo John gets 10 seconds in the pit lane under safety car. How do you do that? Surely someone rear-ended him. Rage has decided to pit on his hards. I don't think I would be doing that. He went offline on Discord. Cold Steel DNF, yeah, he did, Noodles. I think so. Earlier, I don't know if you were watching, but earlier in the race, he had what looked like a. Oh no, is Rob Williams back in? His car's not ghosted. Is this AI or is this him? It looks like it's AI. It looks like it's AI. Looking at the gears look weird. I don't know if that's AI. Mag, Rattigan, Matt, Rage, anyone that's in the chat, is Rob Williams in AI or is he there? So yeah, sorry, as I was saying, Noodles, Cold Steel's had, I think he had hardware issues because his car just kind of went limp earlier in the race, so I assume the same issue he had came back. He's in AI. Okay, thanks all. So Magnatex leads from Rattigan, who's done a stellar job with his lack of race pace, to be fair, to hold on. Rage now in a terrible position where everyone's going to go, or try and go to the end, and he's on the mediums and cannot. This could be a great opportunity for Diablo, however, who was out of the race effectively in turn 1, and now has a chance to battle back, and definitely pick up some positions here. I think Hamilton's going to be absolute carnage, because there's 5 cars on old tyres, so I'd expect safety car after safety car there. Here, it might be a bit more sensible, as the only person that stayed out was Lani. But let's see. We're going to have a couple more laps, I would have thought. So let's have a look at track limits, shall we? So Markram on 2. Markram on 2 warnings. Perm on 2 warnings. Obviously there's Pentita's yellow flag. Matt's picked up a warning. So Diablo and Lani both changed front wings early on and are now back in the race. Royal Rumble had a wing change when he pitted as well. Okay. Let's have a look. So 10 seconds for Jumbo John, 3 seconds for Perm. If I was Jumbo John, I think I would... If I had another set of hards, I think I'd probably box again and get rid of the 10 seconds personally. But everyone to their own. Yeah, my Fanatec V3 wheel decided to show its bugs and started disconnecting out of nowhere. Said Cold Steel. Oh, it's very interesting. So, have you, I assume you've done all the updates and stuff, Cold, yeah? Just a freak happening. Because I know you have to do a load of updates to them wheels, generally. Move the screen over and turn it out to flip it. Nah, I DNF trying to counter-steer back-end loss because I hit the curb, back-end loss, another came so I turned over. Yeah, I watched the stream, JT. I definitely don't think you intentionally DNF'd. No, I don't think you did. No, you went over the curb. You fucked up, went over the curb, and then it all went Pete Tong. Very hard to correct on these snappy cars when that happens. That's just unfortunate. You did qualify a lot lower than I expected, though. I think maybe you've not practiced as much since your motivation's dwelled a bit, so you're not qualifying well. Yeah, Cold, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. You looked really quick today. I guess maybe just give it give it a hard reset during your before your next race. But yeah, definitely look competitive today. I can't do this track. It's very battery dependent. I can't do quali. Have you got SKG? If you've got SKG, you can literally just follow exactly what they do, and you basically can't fuck it up. Also, his car's not ghosted, but he's AI. That's really weird. Okay. So Matt getting past Rattigan early. He does. Oh, Rattigan comes back at him though. Doesn't want to be stuck behind him again. As Rage probably will be racy on these mediums to start with. I've just bought them. Yeah, if you go, so it's much, in my opinion, it's much better than the track. The you know, like some places do the, I think VSE do it, where they do a, as Rage gets past Rob Williams AI, they do like the actual track where they just do the colours. SKG do an actual lap. So there's an esports level guy that's done a lap on every single track. Can you check in whether he's an AI? Yeah, sure. So they do it. Yeah, there's an esports driver that does a one on every single track, and you just follow it to a teammate, and you can't fuck it up basically. This doesn't look like AI to me. Does it look like AI to you? I think he's in. I think he's in the race. A bit like what Brendan Lee does. I've never had Brendan Lee's setup, so I don't know. But yeah, they're awesome, mate. Honestly, the guys that run it, we've had nothing but good interactions with, and yeah, for what they do, it's a complete bargain. So the setups are good. The strats are pretty bang on from what I've had so far. And Rage goes for the move on Rattigan. Rattigan not going to fight that because he's on the much worse tyre. This looks like a good day for ProGen now. It's turned into Matt and Hilly in P4 and 5. And they're net in these positions as well. Oh, massive crash in Hamilton, as expected after the safety car restart. Hassan was definitely involved in that. I don't know who else was. I just looked over and there was wings everywhere. Looks like Plavanche, maybe? Oh, there's cars off track. Lemons is round. Lemons is round. These fast drivers are having to get past people, and it's not going well for them. Lemon's wing damage confirmed, 100%. I think Plev might have got wing damage as well, which means that I think Pigeon is now net leader. Madness. So, back on board with our race. Rage looking very racy here, but Rattigan managed to get him back. I think these two just need to be careful that they don't let Mag just saunter off into the distance, because I think that if they don't work together, he's going to. Mag's very quick today, looking to cement his position at the front of this championship. Hamilton looks like absolute carnage today. Oh my god. Oh, another car's round. That's Plavanche's round. Oh, the fast drivers are having a nightmare today, aren't they? Looks like it's going to be quite a lot of incidents in Hamilton. So Magnatex has broken that 1 second as Wiggy gets past Rob Williams. But Rob Williams fights it back, and Wiggy does eventually get that move done. Wiggy a lot faster than this, so... Oh, too wide into cops! Oh! Basson leaves plenty of room, probably got 3 seconds there, and then, sorry, a warning there, and then Markham has taken the position afterwards. That was very tight. Rage needs to be very careful he stays within this 1 second, or he is in big trouble, and the race is effectively over without a safety car, as Mag will just saunter off. How is Pintita's recovery going? Pintita, as you guys saw, got 10 seconds, so had to pit, and is looking to make his way back up the field. But it's hard to do so in these tight packs, even with the excess pace that he's got. So Rattigan overtakes Rage again into the final corner, which has just let Magnatex go even further. Those two not working together just means that Mag is going to walk away with this one, I think. Pigeon doing the sensible overtaking in Hamilton, it looks like, and just slowly getting past everyone. and is leading this race. Partik's net P2's Zolt. I don't know if you're watching it, but he is. So, any moves look like they're happening? Ooh, lifting and coasting way before Hilly did there, and he nearly hit the back of him. Rage's mediums are probably going to be dying off now, I would have thought. Lani looking for the move on Rob Williams, but doesn't have overtake. So, we've got Plavanch 18th and Lemons 11th. Who'd have thought that at the start of today? My lord. Oh, a late move from Haytham into Cops. That was good, but Jesus, that was scary. I only caught the end of that. And Diablo's recovery looks to be going a little bit slower than I'd expected. I thought he'd have made a few more overtakes by now. Rattigan gets Rage again at the end of the straight, but it looks like they're almost 3 wide here. So Magnatech's now absolutely sauntering off into the distance. Royal Rumble picks up 3. As Rob Williams and Diablo are fighting. Don't tell me Diablo's just had another collision. Diablo and Royal Rumble contact there. I don't think Diablo's a happy chappy right now. Guys, what do I say about that? We caught that on stream. Oh my god, that was a big collision. Well, so Mag's not sauntering off anymore, and Rage, if he's got a set of hards, is now sorted. I'm not going to comment on that incident, as I don't like to not be neutral on commentary. But that was a very big collision. So, who boxes now? Lani and Rob Williams probably box. The hard tyres can probably stay out to the end. Rage cannot. Rage cannot. So. Oh, Partik's now in the lead. So, Partik overtook Pigeon. I missed that. Well, he's not in the lead, but he's about to be. So, Rage has obviously got a box. Partik is now in the lead. So, it's Partik, Pigeon, Notorious, top 3 for reason. So, Rage boxes. A lot of the hard tyres opting to stay out here. Are any of the hard runners opting to box? Jumbo has. Jumbo's opted to box. And so has Lani. So has Rob. So a lot of the guys towards the back have. I think the wiser choice here was probably if you were towards the back. Craig gets 10 seconds in the pits. Can people stop getting 10 seconds into the safety car? My lord. So, I'm trying to work out. So the guys in Hamilton all have to box again. 100%. But it's such a weird order. I feel like there's going to be some controversial talk. Royal Rumble has left the session after his rather large incident. Rob Williams top 3, says Zolt. Are the mediums or the hards better from here? I think the hards are better from here. So you probably want to be... Lani and Jumbo John are in a good position here. Lani and Jumbo John could definitely make some positions here. They have the best tyre to the end, but they don't have track position, and track position is reasonably important here. So the tyre crossover from... So the hards are good for 10 laps of racing. Like, they're ideal for 10 laps of racing. They can race for longer. But... So everyone will get to the end, I think. But they're not going to be quick. So I think we stay on board with Rage and Lani for the safety car restart. Because they're gonna make probably quite a lot of positions. I mean, we'll watch Mag shoot off when he does. then we'll go back. Hamilton is really weird. With those top two that you'd expect to be 30 seconds ahead, both spinning round, it's really opened things up. Some ELO stonks today for people. Partick and Pigeon fighting for the win. I mean, I was definitely right to move Pigeon to G1. I think he is on another level this game compared to last. He's been very quick in every race. I think the only time I've got near him was I beat him in Qatar because he couldn't get past because I had to pass on. But yeah, Pigeon has really stepped up the level on this game. Fair play to him. So we've got Bab and Dark Stomper on the 15 lap hold hard. Hamilton still holding on to P3 and 4. Crazy. Surely everyone's got a box again soon. Sorry guys, I don't have a crazy amount to tell you, because the safety car. So I think Diablo got 10 seconds there for that crash. Craig got a drive-through. How did Craig get a drive-through? Did he ignore his delta and get 10 seconds? So Craig got a drive-through for speeding under the safety car and speeding in the pit lane. Nice. Not the best effort, Craig. Safety car in this lap. Rattigan holding on to a P2 by the way is crazy. Rattigan and Hilly in P2 and 3 are doing a great job. Pintita though is creeping his way back up. It'll be a hell of a recovery if he gets like a podium or something. But honestly, I think you've got to watch out for Lani and Jumbo. Let's see. This could be an interesting conclusion to the race. Let's see where Mag goes. Mag's gone quite late there. Obviously can't use boost until it starts again. So we're going to shoot back. Markram used a lot more boost than him. Wiggy was asleep. Wiggy was more than asleep. He's lost 1.3 seconds on the restart. So, question, can Rage and Lani start making progress straight away? Or is it going to be waiting until the tyres ahead completely die off? They should have grip advantage now, but probably more as the race goes on. So here comes Rage on Diablo, attempting the first overtake, and hopefully we can do so without contact. It's close between the two of them, but good wheel to wheel so far. And clean, super gripped overtake there from Rage. Markram looks very quick and racy at this point in the race. He just cannot get past Matt as it stands. Oh, we've got an overtake down the bottom. Haytham has got past Rob Williams and is eyeing up Jumbo John. Jumbo John, who I thought might do quite well in the latter stages of this race, is not quite making the impact I expected. So Wiggy now gets overtaken by Rage, as Rage continues to make a storm up the order. He is going to have the best tyres for about... he's going to have better tyres than everyone on the hards for the rest of the race, obviously. But Craig just got another 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Is Craig intoxicated today? He might be. So he's going to have the best tyres on track for about 7 laps. So basically for the entire race. And then Lani and Jumbo John should have the tyre advantage at the end. So Bab is now boxed, which releases... it looks like a very good day for the pink team. Which team's the pink team? Have a look at the order. Prestige, right? My apologies, guys. I don't know the names as well this season. Markram looking to make a move on Hilly, but I think it's better of it. We've got a yellow flag, but I can't see what for. Or is that just my thing saying it's still on the yellow, but it's not? Is Markram going to get the move done on Hilly here? They've got pretty equal on battery. Rattigan's looking for the move on Magnetex. That was totally unexpected, but Mag breaks later. He goes around the outside. Rattigan takes P1. Where has this pace come from? Mag was dropping him by seconds a lap earlier as Pintita gets past Matt and continues his climb up the order. Oh, too wide into the final corner is not very clever. Matt, how have you survived that? That is bonkers. That is not a place to overtake. Mag, I think, got caught a bit off guard there. Was not expecting that one. Oh, so Prestige are currently P9 in the standings. And are looking like they're going to pick up a 3, an 8 and a 5. This would be fantastic for Prestige if they can pick this up as it stands. Yeah, Big D has a penalty. I don't know if it's 3 or 10. So. But yeah, looks like a good result for them. Have they only got 3 drivers today? I think they do. But still, looks like they're going to pick up a good result. What other teams are standing out today? It looks reasonably mixed apart from that. So it looks like BMW are going to pick up 2 podiums as well. They're another team which haven't excelled really in the early weeks. So it looks like a real shake-up in the standings is coming. Rage, by the way, has all the pace on these mediums right now. He just needs to find a way past, and he's not going to do it on the straight, really, because he doesn't have... Oh, he's going for the dive down the inside of Stowe. Matt squeezes him a little bit, but it's fair racing. Markram looks like he could be a shoo-in for this race. Magnetex's pace seems to have fell off a cliff towards the end of this. Maybe it's... I don't know what it is. But he looked like comfortably the fastest man on track earlier in the race. Oh, as Diablo, it looks like he's round again. He's in the wall, and his day goes from bad to worse. Is he going to get going again? I assume he has damage. No, somehow doesn't have severe damage. That's crazy. His teammate, though, is the star of the show today, as Rattigan is fighting for the lead with Markram and Magnetex. It's weird. How did Rattigan have such little pace on the mediums? But as soon as the hards have got to 10 laps old, he's a beast. But he's been caught with his pants down here by Markram, who has absolutely flown out of left field. As Pintita also takes Hilly and continues his resurgence. Now the question here is, has Markram saved enough battery? And has Pintita saved enough battery to not get re-overtaken on the back straight? Let's find out. Oh, Wiggy, it looks like is round. Wiggy is round. Hopefully that's no safety car because this has turned into a good finish. Pintita really going for a really late dive into the final corner. And is he going to get the moves done and stuck? No, Rattigan fights it back very hard, which means they've both lost a lot of time there. But Pin has used his battery out of turn 1 to get the move done. But they need to desperately get back. I think Diablo might have rear wing damage. It looks like he's got no grip at all. Who's going to win this race? So in the other race, by the way, it's Partic, Notorious and Diablo 10 seconds. So Partic, Notorious and Pigeon fighting for the win. I wouldn't have bet on that. You'd have said that earlier today. It looks like those who were on the ultimate strategy on the hards have really suffered, because Stomper is the highest now on P11. So anyone realistically in the top 7 or 8 could win this race. Jumbo John and Lani aren't really making the impression I expected they would on the fresh tyres. Jumbo John's trying to go too wide with Basson through Maggots and Beckett's. That usually doesn't end very well. We'll see if these two can keep it clean through here. Bit of contact there. But they're both alive somehow. Rage going for the move on Matt on the inside again. Is Matt going to leave him the room? Ooh, that looked like small contact there. Lani and Jumbo John fighting into 16-17 again. Jumbo John late on the brakes, kind of misses the apex, touches Lani there, and touches him again and unsettles him and spins him a bit. Don't think Lani will be very happy with that one. So Rattigan has now fell down to P4 as Magnatex has retaken the lead of this race, but I think Markram and Pintita have a good chance here. I think it's anyone's race with the final few laps to go. It's also anyone's race in Hamilton. The top three are all very close. So, if Murdergram won this... So, Vanterblade, you're having a stinker, right? Who's the Vanterblade drivers in Hamilton? That dude, Jack and Bab. And then... Oh, it's Markram again! Fancies it into Cops. He does love that overtake into Cops at the minute, does Markram. And Magnatex looking to fight it back. Oh, don't go too wide into Magnus and Beckett's, guys. It's going to end messy. Oh, good job backing out there. Pintita just looked like a coiled viper ready to strike coming out of Beckett's here. He knows these two are fighting. He knows they've been using all of their battery. He's saved it like an absolute ledge. Can he fight either of them here? No. Just not enough straight line there. As Jumbo, it looks like, gets past Basson eventually. Pintita looks to be saving his battery a little bit better than the front two. But Markram has taken that lead, all-important lead. But not having overtake here hurts you. It hurts you badly. Notorious going for the lead on Partick into Stowe, no contact. Partick retains the lead for now. No, Notorious has got it. We've got a yellow flag as Wiggy has DNF'd out of the final corner, and it's a safety car. Wiggy, why have you ruined a brilliant finale? Why have you done this? Why have you done this, Wiggy? Vanterblade's day goes from bad to worse. We're leading the championship, leading DTS Constructors by 56 points after 2 rounds. Now have a double DNF. A driver in 5th and 11th in the other lobby. An absolute stinker for them. How are Kinetic doing? Aren't they doing stinky as well? Yeah, Jay Tyler and Plavonch are last. So the top 2 teams in DTS are going to be absolutely flying. Okay, well, is anybody going to box? I think boxing is a terrible plan. Matt's doing it. Matt, I don't think you're going to catch the safety car, my friend. I think that is a terrible decision. Perm gets 10 seconds in the pits. So Matt, Rage and Perm have pulled the trigger. There's only going to be 1 lap of safety car, guys. You know it comes in. So, Matt, is Matt going to catch the safety car in 1 lap? He's either done a master... If he can catch the safety car, he's done a master stroke strategy here. If he can't, he's fucked it. I think he's going to. Or is he restricted? Notorious has broken a second on Partick. Who's Notorious replacing today? Who's the pink team's #1 driver? Or is Notorious just straight up racing? observer if he's actually racing. Oh no, he's actually racing. Okay, fair. Nice. So, safety car is in. I'm going to stay on board with Matt. Matt's got 2 laps to make 10 positions on very old people with very old tyres. This could be very, very spicy. Yeah, I honestly thought it was a terrible choice to put onto the softs. I didn't think they'd make it, but they have. Let's see what Matt can do. Or even Rage. Rage as well. How much of a tyre advantage will Matt have? Bearing in mind... Oh my god, it's ridiculous. He's got to do this sensibly without contact, right? But he's got to make these moves quickly. Oh, and Larney's just handed him 2 positions. He will take that all day. In his strive for a top position, Matt will take that all day. He needs to be clever with his battery and use the grip, not the battery, to overtake him. That's what's critical. Everyone's got the same battery. It doesn't matter what tyres you're on, you've got the same battery. He needs to use the grip to overtake around the outside of corners and things like that. That's what he needs to do here if he's going to make up these positions. And the grip on exit and things like that. That's what he needs. Very critical. Markram continues to lead from Magnetex, from Pintita, from Rattigan. He needs to be very sensible with the battery though, and he's not being. He's using a lot of the battery, and that's allowed Rage to get past him. Hopefully they don't compromise each other's race here. They're both using too much battery. As Notorious wins in Hamilton from Partick, from Pigeon, from Carl, from Jack. As Rage looks for a move on Haytham for P8. And he gets the move done, but he span! And Matt avoids him. Ooh, so Matt, P9, can he make any more positions? Markram, it looks like, is going to take this win unless Magnetex can say something about it. Let's have a look. Who has the battery? Matt, it looks like, making another position up to P8, so he's now net P7, but now he's got the tyres in front of him that are very old. So, as we head into the final straight, has Magnetex saved enough battery? I think Magnetex's battery management has hurt him here. Markram, without boost, has managed to save more battery than Magnetex with boost. Magnetex has lost himself the race here by not being safe with his battery. And it looks like Pintita's going to be able to attack him. We've got a yellow flag, as it looks like Rob Williams is around. And it looks like Markram's going to take this one home. I said he looked racy from the moment he put on the hard tyres. He's been emphatic from the moment he's come out the pit lane. And the Williams BMW driver comes home to take it. Mag P2, Pin P3, Ragan P4. Not bad for a £1 million driver, as Mark Webber would say. P5 for Hilly, P6 for Jumbo John, P7 for Haytham, 8 for Batten, 9 for Larney, 10 for Matt. I don't know what happened to Matt there. 11 for Rage, 12 for Perm, 13 Craig, 14 Rob, and 15 for Diablo. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I effectively have just covered comms at the last minute. Who's that's talking, mate? Sorry, I don't know who took away my win. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm obviously not a proper commentator. I've just come in to cover, so hopefully it wasn't too bad. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed your race. I will catch you all for a next one when I have to cover again. Well done to the podium sirs. Bye.